Well, a very good evening, everybody, and welcome to regular Friday night entertainment here of STS. It is, in fact, all four back. I'm, of course, Chester 430, joined, as always, by my two broadcasters of Hadlington. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Dan. Good evening, all.
And a very good evening to Shad. Good evening, sir.
Hi, Chester. Good evening, everyone.
Hello. Hello. How are we all doing? It's been a bit of a long week.
That's for the Panthers.
Longer for some.
Oh, wow.
I've had a cracking week.
It's like a tale of two halves, isn't it, in a way? But we'll get to that in a little bit. But on tonight's program, we have a look back at the BGP and SCS round 1 that took place in Stralsund in Germany. We then have a look back at the KO Cup quarterfinal second legs of Panthers versus Spartans with our guest Capesy, and the Wolves against Cowboys. We have Shad's Ride of the Week, and had a look ahead to the next round of league action where it's Spartans versus Dragons, Cowboys versus Panthers, and Wolves versus Storm. So without any further ado, look back at the BGP round that took place in Stralsund in Germany. And it's, well, no words can be said, really. The man himself, the defending champion, once again showed why he is the man to beat. But didn't have it all his own way in the first couple of races. Stefan once again shown why he's the top dog. Hads, I'll bring you in first if I can, mate, for this one. A decent meeting, quite a few surprises as well.
I'm not surprised. It's a tough lineup in it. To be fair, depends. I don't think there was that many surprises. I'll say Dretlocker maybe, because we don't know what his form has been like to finish second. That's a very good showing to say. Obviously, he doesn't ride in the league anymore. But it's business as usual. For Stefan, reeling off, 5 wins, was it, in a row?
Yep.
I think Marecki was a bit unlucky as well. He got 4 wins in a row and then came last in the semi-final, unfortunately. But yeah, I think there was some good showings as well for the people you wouldn't. I wouldn't say. I was a bit surprised with Ryan. Maybe Badger done well to get 7 off I think. So yeah.
And Shads as well. Your thoughts on the BGP? Like I said, Had said there wasn't much in the way of surprises, but just give us your thoughts on the BGP.
Yeah, a couple of surprises. I think was the scores of Stephen 101 and Scotty 3 and 1 respectively. I thought pretty poor night for Stephen. I mean, a number 1 and score only 3 points in the GP. I think he's pretty disappointed with that. And Scotty, I don't know what happened to Scotty with only 1 point. But I think Speedy had a good night as well with 13 points. I think he's started off the season really well. He got a guest booking as well. So yeah, but like I had said, Stefan Locker obviously not riding the league. I mean, Stefan had a really slow start, didn't he? Had, I think a third in the second, and then reeled off, these 5 wins in a row, which we come to expect now in GP. And he usually has a slow start and then comes good towards the end of the meeting. So yeah, he's going to be the man to beat. But yeah, disappointing night for Stephen and Scotty. I think it's going to be the highlight for me.
I'm also going to say one surprise for me was Racer Ryan as well, only scoring 7 points in the qualifiers. Although he did finish off with 2 heat wins as well, so that was a bit of a confidence booster for him. One thing we've got to say now is we've got to look at the gate stats as well for the meeting that Tank has very, very kindly put into the spreadsheets for these events, and also the SCS. And as you see there, Gate 3 had the most points and the most wins from that event. So a good win for the ones from Gate 3, especially, I'd say in the final, but Gate 1 were in the final. But this is a nice little inclusion we have, which we will then look at as the season progresses. Now, Tank, I'm going to bring you in if I can, bud. You were in this meeting, as we can see on the spreadsheet there. A disappointing night, only 4 points. Your thoughts?
Yeah, it was a bit disappointing. To be honest, I did what I always do when I go into these meetings, is do no training, pretty much. I had 5 races and then went into just racing it, so I had an idea on the line, but I was not anywhere near ready to race, if I'm honest, due to other things going on. But yeah, it's just one of them, really. Put it behind me, and can't dwell on it, and move on to round 2, and because I think it's like Legno GP next, so I know that one much better, so should be able to score better. But it's the GP, so it's going to be tough regardless. But
yeah, of course. The 12th of October is the second round of the BGP and SCS, and of course we'll have the draws for that in a future show of all 4 back. So again, looking at the table, Stefan 4 points in front of Jet Lotzka. Mareki and Speedy tied on 13. Craig with a quiet night on 12. Same with Cam. Then Cappy on 10 points and TJ Griffiths on 8. But still a very, very long way to go. A lot can change between now and round 7. So who knows what's going to happen. So now we're going to move on to the SCS. And again, this one was a fantastic meeting. And take a bow, JC. That's what. No, sorry, my apology. Yes, JC did take the win of that final, scoring 15 points. But the overall leader from that event was yourself there, Shads. I mean, 4 straight heat wins. I mean, what on earth was going on there, mate?
Yeah, I had very similar start to Stefan in the GPs, a third and a second, but then reeled off 4 wins on the trot, and then had my worst gate of the night in the final. I was quite lucky to finish third because BW was third up until the last bend, and then I just managed to grab third on the line to get that extra point to top the table.
Yeah.
I mean, the track was favourable for the Gators, wasn't it? So it's no surprise JC won the final. But I'm very happy with 16 points though.
Yeah, I think that's the highest you've been in SCS in the table. I think, is that right, Chads?
Yeah, I don't normally start off a series well. So the track was pretty much the track that I like, which is the dive in and drift out sort of track. So it suited my particular riding style. If I could make a gate, and which I did, to be fair, in some of the races, but when it mattered in the final. But hey ho, if I score the most points every round and don't win a final, I'll take that.
Well, I said they're looking down at the gate stats meeting as well. You said you had the if you had picked a different gate, you would have maybe won it.
No,
Is that
it
right?
wouldn't make any difference because I had the first choice of gates, and I went for gate 3 because I thought with the inside gates with JC there, he's going to beat me to the jump, and then the likelihood is I'm going to get battered into the grass. And I know you get a rerun, but there's going to be there's only so many times you can actually make a gate. Well, me anyway. So I thought gate 3 would give me a little bit more room, but I didn't gate. I missed the gate completely. So
Yeah.
I think nerves got to me, and I thought about jumping it, trying to anticipate it, but then I'm probably going to miss it 9 times out of 10. So, JC was a worthy winner of the round, but like I said before, I'll take the most points in a round any time over a win.
Yeah. And Adlington, so your thoughts on the SCS? 7 points for yourself, Adlington. Disappointing night, but again, big meetings, big riders. Just give us your thoughts, mate.
I didn't. I felt quite comfortable coming in. I thought practice was okay. Didn't do over practice because of the cup meeting as well. The next day, I had to try and divide the practice up a little bit more. That was a bit tougher than I thought it would be, but I was just disappointed really not to make the semi-final. I got knocked out in the last round of races when Alan won his race, and then David No Fear got the 2 points and he had a race win and I didn't. So that was that for me. But 3 second places was pretty good. But the one where I came last, the Saucier, I just thought I got him on the last corner up the inside, and for some reason I don't know what happened, and he just got back past me just right on the line by like 0.00 something or other, and
So very close.
that pointed to give me obviously the semi-final, but wasn't to be. But it's a better start than I had last year, so yeah, hopefully more to come in the next rounds.
I'm also going to give a special mention also to a chap we had on the show last week, Riso2 from the Dragons, scoring 14 points. Just missing out on the final there after that. It's unfortunate that non-finish in his first semi-final. But for someone like Reese to come in and score that much on debut, I mean, he's going to have a big, bright future, especially with the Dragons this season, isn't he?
Yeah, he done. I was really impressed, to be honest. Obviously, I saw him a couple of meetings pre-season before we started, and the race I was in with him, I mean, I thought Gate 4 was quite tricky. Here, he had to really make the start to get across everybody, and he did it absolutely perfectly in the heat I was against him with, and he was gone. So there was no catching him, to be fair. So it was just unfortunate, obviously, as you said. He was leading the semi-final, I believe, as well, and a bit of unfortunate. He didn't finish it, but I think he'll take 14 points all day, to be fair.
Well, he was talking to us on the show last week, and he's got confidence. He's got the availability now, and he's got the he's training all the time. So keep an eye out for Riso too this year, not only in this series but also in the league for the Dragons, because of course the Dragons have been somewhat of a dominant force, shall we say, these first couple matches of the season. And Reese has been scoring really, really well, especially the last match, I believe, against Panthers. I'm dare to say, yeah, I think it was Panthers. But hopefully, he'll be the one to watch if he carries on with that form, especially around the rest of the tracks in the SCS this season. Of course, quick look at the table, and as we see there on top, Shad's 1 point in front of JC, with Reese level with Bewitcher on 14 points. And we have Skyrider and Le Sorcier, who are level on 12, and then we have Alan on 9, David No Fear 8, Adlington still in the top 8 on top 11 on 7 points there. Two ahead of Capesy on 5, and Rico also on 5. Actually, quite a few there on 5. Dare we say? And we go down to Westy Boy, Hobnob, Ben Thompson, Hutty, Heppel, and yet to ride Big Slow Caney, Bobby, and Super Dip. But of course, a long way still to go. And of course, we have that one change. Reese is now in permanently for Big Slow Caney. So Reese gets a second bite of the cherry for the rest of the season. So fair play to for Reese for accepting the Sliders Championship Series place in place of Big Slow Caney. So we're now going to switch gears and take a look at the last round of KO Cup second legs. And we start off tonight with the Ellesmere Port Panthers up against the Peterborough Spartans. Of course, the Spartans held a 59-37 home leg advantage. So the Panthers had their backs against the wall for the second half. And it proved to be a one-sided affair as the Panthers were defeated 33 points to 63 and an aggregate score of 70 to 122. Very big score there. I will bring in now our guest who is a part of the Panthers. In fact, he is the captain of the Ellesmere Port Panthers. Welcome in, Capesy. Good evening, sir.
Evening, lads. How are we all?
We're doing good, mate. How are you?
Yeah, I'm not bad, thank you.
No problem at all. Good to have you in. Katie, first of all, Panthers versus Spartans, a bit one-sided. Just give us your thoughts on how it went, because you had Speedy and Scotty coming in as guests, and they've just outperformed.
What can I really say? If I'm honest, like I didn't expect anything different. I'll be honest. Like I said to the lads as well, like it's pretty much nailed on that we won't go through. So just use it to get laps. And to be honest, maybe I could have used RR for either Scotty or Speedy, but at the same time, I'd rather not use it. I'd rather go with a full strength team as much as possible. Even if it means getting in guests, then it's still a full team, isn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, you can't take nothing away from the Spartans. Like Stefan only getting 11 points, finishing 5th in the point scoring from a bloke that's got over a 10-point average is mental.
It's very. Yeah, go on.
I just have no words at how well that team is built. Yeah,
I mean, even,
again, for us, like Marecki seems to be finding his feet now. Again, brilliant. Chester's going to be a heat leader. Thought I'd never say that in my life. But yeah, what can I say about it? Brilliant result for Spartans. Unlucky for us, we go again in league.
yeah, Cowboys in the league. So hopefully a first point for us. I mean, it's away from home, but Cowboys have been struggling as we've seen. Shads, you got any questions for Capesy?
Oh yeah. How you
Oh
doing,
no, I
Capes? You
don't
all right?
like the sound of that.
Let me. I want to start on a positive note
Oh yes, thank you, Shads. I like.
because you've got to look at the positive side of things. You must be pleased with Marecki's start to the season.
Oh,
At last,
100%.
well, at last you've got a number one worthy of the name.
Oh yeah, 100%. Totally agree. It's when I spoke to Marecki about being my golden pick, he was like, "Yeah, I'll do it. I don't mind." And then obviously he started so well for it. All right, he had a bit of a blip in his first meeting when he got 7, I think. But since then, he's double figures for us, and it's
Yeah.
so nice to not have to be putting pressure on the rest of us to get to cover for the number one.
Well,
Whereas now,
it's the third season as
I
skipper, and let's be honest, you've not had a lot of luck with number ones, have you?
don't know what you're on about.
You had Barney the Bear in your first season,
The,
and you had
the,
Bewitcher last season.
the purple dinosaur.
Yeah, so it's nice to actually get a number one who's actually scoring you some points and actually
That
turns up.
Yeah, that was my main aim, to get a number one in. That you never know. He may not do a lot of practice, or he may do it by himself, but he'll be in the team service practicing with us. But if we're not open, probably doing it by himself, and that's all I can ask for from number one, is to go out, get your average, and then just help us as much as we can, which he's doing.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's the positives out of the way.
Oh God.
Let's get straight to it. There's no sugarcoating it. It's
Is
not
it
been
why
the
have I
greatest.
signed Chester?
No, not talking Chester. You don't ever use him. It's
I
not
don't
been
know
the
what you're on
greatest
about.
start. It's not been the greatest start to your campaign. I mean, you've had Spartans in the cup, Storm in the league, and a trip to Hastings. So you got to hope that you've got the hardest meetings out of the way, and now it's going to be all up on the up. Yeah.
Well, the only way is up, as they say, isn't it?
Mm.
Wait,
I mean,
I just don't want to be.
we spoke about Marecki, but you can't have one rider carry the whole team.
No, 100%. We experienced this last season, didn't we? Where
Yes.
one of us would have an outstanding meeting, and the rest of us would be like 3, 4, 5 points.
Yeah.
Or we'd have 2, because we had Cappy and Scotty, didn't we, for most of it? And the rest of us were just like,
Yeah.
how can't we score? But it's not for not trying, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
We try so much, but again, sometimes it's the luck of the game at the end of the day, isn't it? You can come up against like Reese, for instance, for Hastings, unreal. He
Yeah.
just goes, and then you're left going, where the hell did he get that from? Or you can come up against, I don't know, say for me, for instance, I had a probably had one good meeting, and that was the first meeting. And then since then, I don't know what's up. I'm practicing as much as I can. Maybe I'm over practicing. But again, like you said, you can't just have one rider carrying the team. We all need to pick our performances up. And then when we all hit on the same time, you'd get scores like what we've been on the other end of. But yeah, it is frustrating, but we keep going.
Well, you got a trip to Milton Keynes next week, so they're another team that's sort of struggling for scores as well. So, are you looking forward to it? Have you done any practice? Are you feeling confident?
I'll be honest, the last time I rode at MK was season 4 when I won the league, mate. Obviously, it's been retiled. So
yeah, well,
um,
everything's been done. The whole lot's been ripped up, hasn't it?
I've not done any practice, but luckily enough, it's not till Wednesday.
Yeah.
So we've still got like 4 or 5 days to get some practice in. Watch previous meetings there, see the line, hoping Speedy doesn't turn up. 'Cause that might help us a little bit. Or Craig. Actually, their whole team just doesn't want to turn up, because then we might do something. You never know. But I'm looking forward to it. It seems like a sort of a track that would probably suit me more. But I don't. I've probably said that now, and I put too much pressure on myself. But it's again, if we don't bang in the practice, we're going to end up being absolutely smashed. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you got to be quite concerned about your home form as well, because you've only had 2 heat advantages in 2 meetings at home.
100%. I want us to get the home form or the home track dialed in. But again, it's such a even track, and it's a fast track that if you move off that line a centimetre, they're past you.
Yeah, we noticed that when we were.
Yep, I know that well.
When we came to yours, yeah, we noticed that.
Yep.
You've got to be bang on it. You've got to be bang on it, haven't you?
Yeah, 100%. Otherwise, you just might as well wave to them as they go past. But again, I haven't put a lap in on Ellesmere Port in 2 weeks. Maybe no, probably not. But you know what? It's one of them. I'm looking forward to MK. Get that out of the way. Hopefully, even if we get a point, it's a point that we picked up earlier than the past 2 seasons.
Yeah.
And it's a point that I think will boost the team a little bit.
That's what you want, isn't it? That's what you want.
Well, that's what we need. It's not what we want. It's what we need, Chester. So get those laps in.
I will do my best. I'm going to bring in Haddington if I can first as well, mate. Hadlington, good meeting for you guys, and your form, especially those last 3 races you had, mate. I mean, that was brilliant.
Yeah, I don't know how. I haven't really told that many people, but I nearly didn't ride, to be honest.
I wish you didn't. I mean, did I say that out loud?
It was just before 8 o'clock. I actually managed to get my internet to work properly, and sorted. And I was a bit in a panic. Am I going to make it? Kind of thing. And the other guys just like, calm down, do what you need to do, just make sure you're ready. And if it's not, we'll use a facility, or we'll do what we need to. And and it all worked out pretty well in the end. Another heat 16 as well against a certain Mr. Chester.
Yeah, that was laps, because the tie was done. So Capesy said, "Let's put you in Tintin and just get more laps in, boys." So
yeah, I mean, it was good. I mean, Birchie, I rode Birchie in this one, 3 and 4. Obviously, I'm normally at number 2, but Birchie was so fast on this track. I mean, we got the 5-1 in the one heat, and he was basically just knocking me forward. And in the end, I just had to try and get out his way and make sure I didn't ride in front of him to stop him. But yeah. And Alan wasn't that well, to be fair, and he was getting a bit down in chat and whatever. And then he got that nice little 5-1 in Heat 13, and that seemed to cheer him up a little bit.
Yeah, he beat me, didn't he? He beat me in it.
But
He was happy that because he was always going to get beaten 3-0, but he got that last one, that last 5.
there
So I was gonna, yeah, go on.
seems to be some good partnerships, I think, as well, with Ads and Le Sorcier together. They were just different world. I mean, Glenn has really found his form, same as Birchie, really now in the points, and it's just weird that I think Ads mentioned it on the video on our team page. We've had 4 meetings, and only the top 3 have only featured twice out the 8 riders in Heat 16.
Crazy, isn't it? So I was going to say that Spartans have been tipped to be the league champions this year, but coming into this meeting, you almost didn't have Ads MFT because he had a laptop problem. But how fortunate were you when he actually said, "I've got it working and I'm able to ride"?
No, it was. I think we knew the day before. I think he actually got it sorted, so it was a bit of a thing to the end, because obviously we knew that DL wasn't going to be around either, and he said, "Well, U6 are available. U6 will be riding," and yeah, that was pretty much it, basically.
I'm going to say one thing. What in this meeting, which heat do you think was the turning point for your
Heat
victory?
1.
Thanks, Capesy.
It's all right.
Class.
Heat. It's got to be Heat 3 really, because it put us 6 ahead, and I think,
Yeah.
especially against the 2 gets, we looked at the 2 gets and we was like, hold on a minute, these are 2 guys here who can gate pretty good. We need to be on this to, make sure. We obviously wanted to win on the night as well, not just to get through. And when we saw Speedy and Scotty, we were like, "Oh, okay, this is going to be tricky." Obviously, give the full respect to the Panthers, and that's what we did. And yeah, it just came out well in the end. But I don't know if you saw the race where Stefan came last. He won't thank me for saying this, but you watch what Scotty B does to him going in bend 3 on the first bend. That's all I'll say.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I don't want to watch it.
Well, I had a bit of a flashback with Stefan from last season. Of course, Heat 9, he won it, but then I was second, and of course we all knew that the old 5-1 baby was said in the Dragons chat whenever it was in training and stuff. It never got used in meetings. So the second that happened, I said, just for old time's sake, 5-1 baby. Bring
Hold
back
on,
the old
wait.
times.
Are you telling me that you weren't supporting our team, Chester?
I was supporting the team. So,
Mm.
we got the 3-all in that one, and beat McNally as well.
I know, I'm joking.
I know you and Alan seem to have this nice little rivalry going. I've
Oh, mate,
noticed.
we do, but it's
Because Alan's always mentioned it in chat, and he was, to be fair, the first 2 races when you beat him, he wasn't a happy bunny. But then when he obviously the last one, when the second reserve race, he was happy as I say, as a pig in there. Yeah.
Yeah. But again, a good win for the Spartans there, and they progress in the KO Cup. Capesy, it's been great having on board, mate. Look forward to the week ahead, and yeah, thanks for popping in, mate.
No worries. Cheers, lads. Take care.
No worries,
Cheers,
mate.
mate.
Cheers.
Cheers. Bye.
Cheers, mate.
Yeah, mate.
So we now move on to the second match of the KO Cup, and this one was the Wolverhampton Wolves against the Milton Keynes Cowboys. And the Wolverhampton Wolves progressed with a 118-74 aggregate win, also winning on the night by 51 points to 45. Now, I know this was done obviously before the match on Thursday, but I want to talk about the recent events taking place within the Wolverhampton Wolves camp. Some of you may have seen that Sizzler and I also believe Owen have stepped away permanently from the game. Chaps, so I'll bring you in first if I can, Hads. To lose Sis and Owen have such a positive start. I mean, what's your take on it? I mean, how do you think the Wolves are gonna come back from this?
I think obviously it's going to be a tough one, losing your top two riders. We don't want to see, obviously, people leaving the game. Obviously, they have their reasons, which obviously they know. Having spent time with Wolves last season, I know how much Sizzler puts into it as well, and trying to get Owen going and challenging him to be number one, which he is now currently. And yeah, it's obviously we don't want to be losing people from an already small community, but it'll be interesting to see what happens going forward, because I believe the vice captain takes over, which is B Witcher, and then obviously they'll have to look at replacing those two riders, which is there that many people out there? There's one main guy, obviously. We all know is a Wolves man through and through, but I can't see him returning, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I agree with that one. But I think we all know the person you're talking about. But we may see him. You never know. In the not too distant future. But again, before they disappeared, they obviously raced in this KO Cup second leg against the Cowboys. And again, I got to say, Shads, just talk about JC for a second. 17 points from number 2. Clawing back from that SCS victory. A man that's finding form at just the right time.
Yeah, it's only a matter of time. He's going to end up being the Wolves' number 1, probably by the next averages. It's ridiculous that he's a second reserve with the quality he's got. I mean, we've all seen JC over the years, and we know he's got the quality. Whether things have at home, I know he's got young children, and he doesn't spend as much time playing the game as he used to. But still, you saw in the SDS on Sunday, and already this season he's putting some cracking scores. And on his night, he's near unbeatable because he can navigate. I mean, he's super fast in the start. But yeah, he's going to be a tough opponent next week for us.
And of course, the Storm head to Wolverhampton. Of course they do. Yeah, in the league.
Yeah.
So a big win there for Wolves in the KO Cup. Can I just
say just echo what Had said. I mean, it's incredibly sad to lose people like Sizzler and Owen. I mean, Sizzler especially has been around the game since I came back in season 14. I think he was with the Phoenix when they won everything that year, didn't they? Incredibly sad to lose. I mean, we've had our disagreements, but we always really get on well, and we message each other. And he seems like a really nice bloke. He just seems very intense about the game. When things are going well for him, he's top of the world. Then when things aren't going so well, it's not so good. But no, I mean, I love his passion. I love his enthusiasm. I mean, it's going to be a great loss.
Yeah, it's going to be. And see that heat there. Father and son versus father. Heat. Owen and Sizzler versus Cam and Rico. Blimey.
I didn't notice that, to be fair. Good spot, that is.
Yeah. Well, I mean, how did
the granddad won it?
Probably did, yeah. Well, of course, Cam and Rico shared Cam had to got the exclusion, didn't he? Because they use the same laptop, don't they?
Nope.
No, not anymore.
Oh, not anymore. Oh, bloody hell.
No. Rico's got the new one, and Cam's got the old rubbish one.
Oh, that's why the X is there.
The one where the cable keeps coming out.
Yeah, cuts the power.
As Rico said, he broke it. He can have it.
Yeah.
Fair
Dear
play.
me. Yeah, but we will go into the to the league. I say Cam was pinged to the grass by Sis. That's why it was the non-finish there for Cam.
I mean, also JC got the track record, didn't he? In 8-7.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah,
He
did.
did,
Yeah.
yes.
I think that was Cam, was
34.3.
that Cam's track record or Speedy? One of the two. I think they got it
Well,
the
I'm
week
not
before.
sure.
Mm.
I think it was Cam. Pretty sure it was Cam.
Yeah, but again, JC having an absolutely belting couple of meetings. Long may it continue.
Got to say, it was a massive jump. I watched the recordings. It was a gate
Yeah.
gate of the century. So
It kind of rivaled the lofty gate from the first
it
match
pretty much
where he got the
pretty
track
much did.
record.
It pretty much did, Dan. It pretty much did. If you see the recording, it was
Yeah.
what a gate! Brilliant. I
Oh,
wish I could do
brilliant.
that.
34.415 by Cam was the previous track record, so it's been well and truly slashed by
Yeah,
JC
yeah.
there. So yeah, very good meeting there from JC. So the Wolverhampton Wolves progress into the next stage of the KO Cup, and all eyes, of course, turn to that those meetings later in the season. But of course, as we say now, it is now time to join Mr. Shads, this week's Rider of the Week. Shads, over to you.
I think I say this every week. It's a really, really tough one. Stefan, of course, got to mention Stefan. GP win and 11 points for the Spartans. But is that right? Hadsy was the second lowest scorer.
Yeah, we have 11. Strange.
It was. I think that's probably going to be a first. So that rules him out straight away, even though he scored 11. Cam, got to mention Cam. 2 good meetings this week. He scored 12 in the GP, and he guested for the Cowboys at number 1, which is very tough to do. Brett Lock, I've got to mention Brett Lock, 14 points in the GP, not racing regularly this season, which is always difficult, as we know, when you're not racing regularly in leagues, in competitive meetings, to come in, to rock up and score 14 points. Brilliant. Big shout out to me for scoring 16 points in a STS. I don't think that's my highest ever score. I think I won around at Peeler and scored more than that, but I'm not giving it to myself, obviously. JC, who top scored for Wolves, top scored in the SCS, so won the final, set the new track record. Reese is another really, really good contender. 14 points on his SCS debut. Tremendous stuff. He was really, really good. Mareki, another one, holding the Panthers together. He's 13 points. The only one of the Panthers who actually scored any points, really. And I've got to mention the entire Spartan side this week had Bertie, Stefan, Lasorsa, and even Alan. Tremendous team. If there was a team of the week, that would be it. But I've already mentioned him once. 2 great meetings this week. My rider of the week for this week is JC.
So well done to JC there for clinching the Rider of the Week from Shads. I'm sure it'll give him a lot of motivation going into the next round of league meetings we've got coming up as a preview for us now. So the first match we're going to have on the Monday 29th of September at 9 o'clock, it is the Peterborough Spartans taking on the Hastings Dragons. The Spartans looking for another big victory, and of course they are one of the 3 teams that are currently tied at the table on 7 points after the first couple of matches. Very weird to see 3 teams on 7 and then 3 teams on 0 yet. But that hopefully will change this week, as 2 of the bottom teams are going head to head. Spartans, of course, dubbed as potential league title winners this season, going to this match against the current defending champions, Dragons. And of course, going up against his former team, Dragons, is of course Stefan and Adam FT, DL Shaw, a good top three for those for the Spartans. Birchie and Hadlington have definitely put in the engine room of the team, and we also saw against the Panthers in the KO Cup. And then you got the two reserves of McNally and the Saucier. The Spartans will have full choice of riders to take place in this meeting.
Will we?
Then at the same, well, Hadlington, can you elaborate? Are you at full strength for this meeting?
No comment, sir. No comment.
Well, there you go then. I got to say it right then, haven't I?
You can tell
And
he's
then
been
for
a
the
skipper, can't you?
yeah, and so for the Dragons, of course, led by Stephen 101, Wolfie can certainly mix it up points wise. And you got Cam, Captain Squall. Hopefully he has his full caliber of riders to select. Will it be either Badger Racing or Riso 2 that takes that spot at number 6? We will find out on Monday, the 29th of September at 9 p.m. So quite a later start for that one. In terms of scores, I'm going to go for a Spartans home win. I know my heart is close to the Dragons being part of their team last season, being league champions with them, but I still feel that the Spartans have got that home advantage, and that will pay dividends in this match on Monday. So remains to be seen what happens with the Spartans and the Dragons. So on to the next match we have, and that will be on Wednesday, the 1st of October, as the Milton Keynes Cowboys take on the Ellesmere Port Panthers. And Shads, your thoughts on Cowboys and Panthers?
Well, something's got to break here. Both sides have lost all their meetings so far this season. Saying that, I'm going to go for a home win. The Cowboys have learned from their opening night disaster against the Wolves when they're on the wrong bike, on the wrong line, and they'll be on the correct bikes and on the correct lines this time, I should think. I mean, they look better at King's Lynn last week when we raced against them, and if they can resolve their availability issues, which I think they've had quite a lot this season, I think they could register a win here. It won't be a landslide. Muraki has had a very good start to the season, as we said earlier, but he needs support. Like I said, it all depends who's available on both sides. But I expect the Cowboys to take the points, but unsure whether it would be 2 or 3 points. The Panthers need to get something out of this, otherwise they'll be looking at a similar season to their last two. Confidence can't be too high at the moment, and Mareki simply just can't carry the team on his own.
I completely agree with you there, Shads. I really do. Been a difficult start for the Panthers this year, but I do feel that the Cowboys, despite that home loss against the Wolves in that first match, they will be, as you said, they will be changing up and chopping and changing, and hopefully putting on a good show. And again, it's all down to availability. I was speaking to Craig at training last week, and I said, "Look, what's happened with the Cowboys this year?" He said, "It's just our availability, mate. Like one match, we didn't have 5 of our riders were unavailable for that match, so it's been difficult on one. If they picked one night, they'd have been down 5 riders. But it is going to be good to put that rivalry between myself and Craig. If it does, if the team's not been selected yet, so I don't know what's happening. But again, we're going to go to Cowboys and hopefully put on a good show for the hopefully for the stream team. We are talking about potentially having a meeting stream this week. It's been all discussed in the behind the scenes with the media team, yet to be confirmed yet, so we'll soon find out. Shads, your score prediction for the Cowboys? You did say it was a 2 to 3 point home win. Did you say?
No, I think it'll be a little bit more than that. I think the Cowboys are probably going to win by 6 6 to 8 point win, I think.
Mm.
If the teams are at full strength.
Yeah. Like I said, I haven't ridden Milton Keynes since season 3, I think, well, three or 4. So it's quite a long time ago since I last rode there. Crazy. So now we look on to our final match of this meeting, or this week, and it's on Thursday, the 2nd of October, Craig's birthday. Wolverhampton Wolves, the new look Wolverhampton Wolves, by the sounds of things, against the Kings Lynn Storm. Hadlington, your thoughts on Wolves and Storm?
It's hard to say, really, because we don't know at the moment what's going on with Owen and Sizzler. We know they're both not riding. Are they getting replacements? I'm not sure. I think the rest of the Wolves team are continuing, which is good. But I think that the win last week in the KO Cup will do them the world of good. They needed to get that win under their belts and hopefully push them on and make that home track a bit of a fortress, maybe. But Storm, as we know, they've had a couple of weeks now to practice this. We know KO Cup meeting, and the strength, I think, all the way through, probably strength of their team is very, very good. So I think it'd be closer than what people think, but just because of the uncertainty with the Wolves team, I will be predicting a Storm away victory to remain undefeated. Probably points wise, maybe 10 points.
Shaz, what's your comments on Had's predictions there?
I'm under no illusions this is going to be a difficult meeting. I think we've been pretty blessed to start the season with probably the 2 weakest teams in the league so far on current form. And now it's going to start getting a bit serious. Now we've got this match and then we've got the Spartans at home the week after. So this is going to be a real test for us. We've had a few laps. Everyone's looking pretty dialed in at the moment. So, but we all know practice is a lot different from meetings. We have absolutely no idea what sort of team we're going to be facing. Obviously, we know what JC and Bewitcher and Dip can do. I'm not particularly worried about the Wolves reserves, to be fair to them. But it all depends who we get in as who they get in as a guest for Owen and Sizzler, or rider replacement, whatever sort of combination they're going to use. But knowing Bewitcher, he's a pretty canny operator, and I'm sure he'll have something up his sleeve for us.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough. I think out of the 3 matches, I think this one's going to have the most implications going
I
towards
believe
it.
I believe this is the hardest one to call.
Yeah.
This could go either way. Anyway, I'm not just saying that because I'm downplaying our chances. I honestly, truly believe that the Wolves are going to be really geared up, and I think Bewitcher's going to be geeing his lads up, and they're going to really want to give someone a hiding, give someone a lesson. I think it happens to be us.
Well, if anyone can do it, it will certainly be Bewitcher. Because of course, he's been a number 1 for a good few seasons, but of course it's a case of which Bewitcher turns up. But of course you've got JC as well, who's certainly had those last 2 meetings going to be racking up. So you want to put on a good show as well and challenge that race jacket. The averages come out in a few weeks' time. Next week's show, we'll have the league review of the Spartans and Dragons, Cowboys, Panthers, Wolves and Storm, the all-important round 2 draw of the BGP and SCS rounds, and of course the old wildcard announcement, Shad's Ride of the Week, and of course week 6, already week 6 already, guys, crazy. Week 6 league previews. If you like what you see and want to see more about what we do on this fabulous game that we have, there's all the social media links, website, forum, Discord, YouTube, Facebook and Twitter. Org stay updated regularly, so check when you can. I'm sure one of our delightful members will help you out for all your needs. So it just leaves me to say it's been a great show tonight, lads. I will say a very good night and see you next week to Hadlington.
Good night, everyone. Up the Spartans.
I'll say good night to Shads.
Up the storm. Good night, all.
And I will say a good night from me, Chester 430. Up the Panthers. Let's go, boys. Take it easy, guys. All the best. And yeah, next week. Take care. Good night.